When I stopped caring about others' opinions, I felt free and true to myself. That's my breakthrough and why I recommend The Courage to be Disliked. This global bestseller, with over 8 million copies sold in 40+ languages, is a philosophical gem. Have you read it? It's not a dense academic tome but a soul-stirring dialogue on freedom and happiness. Why has it helped millions shed anxiety and embrace their true selves? Let's dive into Alfred Adler's psychology, following a youth's Q&A with a philosopher, to uncover the courage and wisdom to transform your life. Chapter 1. Adler's Revolution from Cause to Purpose. In a cozy study at night, a frustrated youth asks the philosopher, "Why do I live for others' expectations, feeling I'm never enough?" The philosopher smiles, "You're trapped in the cage of cause and effect thinking." The Courage to be Disliked opens with this exchange, introducing Alfred Adler's psychological revolution. Adler, alongside Freud and Jung, is a psychology giant, but his ideas are bolder. Your life isn't shaped by the past but by your choices now. Freud tied personality to childhood wounds, like chains of fate, while Adler's purpose theory says behavior stems from current goals, not old shadows. The philosopher explains, a socially anxious person isn't scared because of past ridicule but chooses fear to avoid the challenge of relationships. This flips common sense, stunning the youth and prompting us to rethink our lives. Take tennis star Li Na, who battled self-doubt from harsh childhood training, even hating tennis at times. Cause-based thinking might have blamed her past for failures, but later, she chose to enjoy matches and chase breakthroughs. In 2011, she won the French Open, becoming Asia's first Grand Slam champion. Her shift echoes Adler's, "You can't change the past, but you can redefine its meaning today." Adler's purpose theory isn't just personal, it's socially profound. Psychologist Angela Duckworth, in Grit, says purpose fuels resilience, and Adler shows happiness lies in active choice, not passive complaints. The youth presses, "But what if my past was truly awful?" The philosopher replies, "You assign meaning to your past, choose suffering or freedom in a single thought." This opens a door. No matter your struggles, you can rewrite your life script. Adler's revolution rejects determinism outright, seeing people not as puppets of circumstance but as creators of meaning. Psychologist Viktor Frankl, surviving Nazi camps, found purpose in suffering, echoing Adler. Purpose, not environment, shapes destiny. Adler's psychology isn't abstract philosophy but a deep insight into human potential. Shows everyone can change, no matter how humble their start. The question now, how do we live this freedom in reality? Chapter 2. Task Separation, Breaking Free from Others' Expectations. The philosopher guides the youth, "Why do you care about others' judgments?" The youth admits, "I'm afraid of being disliked." The philosopher nods, "Let's talk about task separation." This is one of Adler's most practical tools. Distinguish my tasks from others' tasks and take responsibility only for your own. Take Emma Sophia, a young graphic designer, who overworked at an ad agency, tweaking designs endlessly to avoid client disapproval. Her anxiety came from treating clients' opinions as her task. The philosopher would say, "Clients' satisfaction is their task. Yours is to do your best work, leave their reactions to them." After mastering task separation, Emma set work boundaries, focused on skill building, and saw her anxiety fade while her efficiency soared. In daily life, task separation eases countless burdens. Jack Ma, founding Alibaba, faced investor skepticism and team stress, labeled a dreamer. He returned critics' doubts to them, zeroing in on his goal, making business accessible globally, powering through tough years. Task separation isn't callous, it's rational compassion. Philosopher notes parents often meddle out of worry, like forcing kids into piano or elite schools. But a child's future is their task. Parents' task is support, not control. In a 2019 documentary, Gyokao, a mother broke down when her daughter rejected a top university but, guided by a counselor, let go, and her daughter found her own path. The youth objects, "Won't people call me selfish if I let go?" The philosopher counters, being disliked proves your freedom. You can't please everyone, but you can live authentically. Task separation fosters self-respect and respect for others' choices. This wisdom strengthens teams and relationships. In workplaces, it's gold. In 2022, Silicon Valley engineer Nora James nearly quit under a harsh boss's demands. She returned her boss's moods to them, focused on her code quality, and won a promotion in 6 months. Task separation applies broadly, like ignoring online trolls' venom, which is their task, not yours. In 2023, actress Ho Zun faced online hate for a drama's styling but calmly said, "I focus on acting. Comments are for the audience." Her poise embodies task separation. Chapter 3. Community feeling from self-doubt to contribution. The youth asks, even with task separation, why do I still feel inadequate? The philosopher smiles, you're caught in an inferiority complex. Adler sees inferiority as universal but not a foe. It's a springboard for growth if channeled into contributing to a community. Adler's own frail childhood, overshadowed by his brother and struggling to walk, fueled his inferiority. Instead of self-pity, he became a doctor to help others. This shift from self-doubt to contribution is the heart of community feeling. The philosopher says, you find your worth only by contributing to others. Take Wang Fang, a college student ashamed of her poor background, feeling out of place. Joining a rural teaching program, she saw kids' joy in learning, realizing her impact. She later founded a nonprofit, aiding hundreds of disadvantaged students, turning self-doubt into drive. Community feeling fosters social harmony too. The philosopher stresses horizontal relationships equal, not hierarchical. In 2017, ex-Google engineer James Damore's gender remarks sparked firing and debate. Adler's horizontal approach suggests equal dialogue over blame, seeking shared solutions. This boosts workplace collaboration. The youth wonders, what can I contribute? I'm just ordinary. The philosopher replies, no contribution is too small. A smile, listening, or doing your job well counts. This universal wisdom shows everyone can change the world, even slightly. Community feeling ties happiness to connection, not isolation. In 2020's COVID crisis, Wuhan volunteer Hang Lihua delivered supplies tirelessly, saying, seeing neighbors safe gives me purpose. Her acts warmed her community and herself. Harvard's happiness studies confirm helping others boosts well-being, validating Adler. Chapter 4. The courage to be free, embracing dislike. The philosopher drops a bombshell. True freedom is the courage to be disliked. The youth gasps, why would I want to be disliked? The philosopher explains, you can't please everyone. Living your truth will challenge others' expectations. This is the book's core, Adler's most radical claim. Freedom's price is being disliked, as it means rejecting people-pleasing for authenticity. Jack Ma's journey proves it. Quitting teaching in 1999 to start Alibaba, he was mocked as a conman by friends and family. He stood firm, saying, I don't care what others think, I care what I believe. His courage reshaped global e-commerce. This applies daily. Swedish activist Greta Thunberg, famed for climate advocacy, faces harsh criticism for her bluntness. Undeterred, she speaks at the UN, driving global environmental action, showing dislike isn't fatal, losing yourself is. The philosopher adds that freedom requires self-acceptance. A girl in the book, plagued by blushing, avoided socializing, feeling not good enough. Guided to accept her blushing and engage anyway, she found fear, not blushing, held her back. The youth sighs, accepting myself is so hard. The philosopher nods, that's where courage comes in. Accept yourself, then choose who you want to be. Freedom is an inner awakening, not a gift from others. In 2021, Japanese actress Yu Aragaki was slammed for her low-key lifestyle, wasting fame. She stayed true, focusing on acting and family, inspiring others to prioritize self over expectations. Adler teaches true strength is facing others' misunderstanding bravely. Chapter 5. Adler's ecosystem from individual to society. Adler's psychology isn't just personal growth, it's a blueprint for social harmony. His ideas form an ecosystem linking personal freedom, equal relationships, and social contribution. This depth is why The Courage to be Disliked resonates globally. Personal liberation. Adler frees individuals from cause-based shackles, empowering us to rewrite our stories. In 2023, Shanghai counselor Li Jing used Adler's methods to help a student overcome depression from exam failure. Shifting from blaming family to setting new goals, the student entered their dream college. Such transformations unfold in therapy rooms worldwide, proving Adler's universal reach. This liberation extends to emotions. Adler sees anger or anxiety as tools we choose for a purpose. In 2020, a ByteDance product manager realized his anxiety stemmed from dodging failure. Embracing imperfection, he boosted his work efficiency by 50%. This mirrors Daniel Goleman's emotional intelligence, where self-awareness sparks happiness. Equal relationships. Adler's horizontal relationships reshape interactions. In families, it fosters parent-child dialogue. In workplaces, it boosts teamwork. In 2019, a Finnish tech firm adopted Adler training, ditching hierarchies for equal decision-making, lifting innovation 30%. This echoes Google's boundaryless teams, sparking creativity through equality. Horizontal relationships bridge cultures. In 2024, a China-Japan youth exchange used equal dialogue to ease historical tensions, forging friendships. Adler's wisdom heals individuals and unites a globalized world. Social contribution. Adler's community feeling ties individuals to society. Happiness comes from creating value for others, not chasing personal glory. Nelson Mandela in prison fought for inmates' rights, his contribution sustaining him through 27 years. Post-release, he drove racial reconciliation, transforming South Africa. His story recalls Kant's maxim, treat people as ends, not means. Modern firms like Patagonia, donating all 2023 profits to environmental causes, embody Adler's contribution-first ethos. In education, Finland's 24 reforms used community feeling, with group learning boosting student happiness and grades. This mirrors Montessori's child-centered approach, emphasizing respect and connection. Chapter 6: Practical Paths from Ideas to Action. Adler's psychology is a roadmap for action, not just theory. The philosopher youth dialogue ends with how to live these ideas. Here are practical steps to embody courage and freedom. Self-acceptance. Spend 5 minutes daily listing your strengths and flaws, affirming, I don't need perfection, just authenticity. Carol Dweck's research shows embracing flaws fosters a growth mindset. In 2020, actress Liu Yifei, struggling with Mulan's action scenes, accepted her limits via self-talk, nailing tough performances. Task separation practice. In conflict, ask, is this my task? If not, let it go calmly. Rookie Nora James lost sleep over colleagues' critiques but, using task separation, focused on her work and earned a promotion in 6 months. Build horizontal relationships. Communicate as equals, listening over dominating. In 2018, Zappos no hierarchy model, with equal collaboration, boosted efficiency 30%. Daily contribution. Start small, help a coworker or volunteer locally. Harvard confirms helping others spikes happiness. In 2023, Beijing cabbie Hang Chang gained fame for free rides to exam students, saying, helping feels worthwhile. Embrace dislike. Make one unpleasing choice, like saying no to unfair demands. The philosopher says, each dislike brings you closer to freedom. In 2022, writer Haruki Murakami rejected a commercial deal, called aloof, but said, I write what I want. Emotion management. When angry or anxious, pause 10 seconds, asking, what's this emotion's purpose? In 2021, K-pop star IU, reeling from online hate, used pauses to regain creative spark, guided by Adler's view of emotions as tools. Goal-oriented planning. Set weekly micro goals, like learning a skill or helping someone, tracking progress. In 2024, a Shenzhen coder, contributing to Open Source Weekly, grew from self-doubt to project lead. Adler's purpose theory makes goals life's beacons. These steps seem simple but demand practice. The philosopher stresses, change builds day by day. Start with one action today, you'll find life's possibilities boundless. Chapter 7. Adler's Legacy: The Key to Freedom and Happiness. The Courage to be Disliked isn't just a book, it's a thought revolution. Adler's psychology shows happiness and freedom lie in your choices now. His core lessons boil down to 3. Choose freedom. Life has no set script, you can rewrite the ending anytime. Your past doesn't bind you, your goals do. As the philosopher says, you define your life. In 2023, an Indian single mom, using Adler's ideas, escaped domestic abuse, starting a catering business, transforming her and her child's life. Equal connection. True bonds rest on respect and equality. Horizontal relationships free us from power struggles, fostering belonging. In 2024, Finland's schools used equal teacher-student course design, boosting learning outcomes 25%. Healing through contribution. Self-doubt and anxiety fade when you help others. Even tiny acts affirm your worth. Mandela's prison advocacy fueled his 27-year endurance. Adler's wisdom isn't just personal, it's a social compass. In a competitive, divided world, community feeling urges cooperation over conflict. His ideas echo Kant: people are ends, not means. Equal contribution builds a warmer world. The youth, at dialogue's end, exclaims, I get it, happiness is my choice. The philosopher smiles, that's courage. The book's magic lies in answering our doubts while sparking action. It convinces us we can shape our destinies. Adler's ideas transform lives. In 2023, a Japanese firm's Adler training cut team conflicts, lifting performance 40%. In China, counselor Li Jing used Adler to guide hundreds of teens past self-doubt to purpose. These stories prove Adler's ideas are practical beacons. His legacy shapes culture, woven into education, workplaces, and therapy, a cornerstone of modern happiness studies. In 2024, Harvard's psychology course made Adler's community feeling required, with students finding joy in service projects. This global spread recalls Socrates' dialogues, awakening through questions. The courage to be disliked is a mirror reflecting our fears and dreams. It urges, true freedom starts with self-acceptance, daring dislike, and contributing boldly. In this fast-changing world, may we find our courage to live authentically and happily. Whether you're a workplace newbie, parent, or lost youth, Adler's wisdom lights your path. Take that first step to change today.